All right. Hi, everyone, and thank you for coming to the Langports Foundation webinar. Today, my purpose is really to share with you the stories and the news of the Langports Foundation and what we're doing to help disadvantaged youth through educational programs, and to introduce you to some of our successful scholarship recipients, and to share their stories with you. And hope to inspire just a little bit of understanding and of what we do at the Langports Foundation. So, who is the Langports Foundation? We're a registered charity. We started in 2011 by our founder, the founder and owner of Langports, John France, and we've been over the years doing projects supporting educational projects in Australia, Vietnam, Mozambique, and many other countries around the world. And by partnering with Langports English School, you help the foundation to make a difference in the lives of disadvantaged youth. So John is the owner and founder of Langports, and the foundation started from an idea to give back. We have an education, a business, and we strongly believe in education and that can break the cycle that some people find themselves in and give young people a chance to change their lives. It was started through John reading a book about social business, about using our business to help other people. So last year, or actually the beginning of this year, I took over. I'm John's daughter and the CEO of Langports, and I took over leadership of the foundation this year. And my vision is to build on the amazing work that John started, and I want to sort of give back to the community and give out lots of people, as many people as possible, the chance to improve their lives. So this year I embarked on a journey to Vietnam, where we do quite a lot of work and we help street kids in Vietnam through the Blue Dragon Foundation. And it was quite a journey for me because since 2011, when we started the foundation, I had heard the stories of the lives that we help. But until you're actually there and you see the places and you meet the people, you actually really see what a difference we're making. So we work in Vietnam with an organization called the Blue Dragon Children's Foundation. And when we went over there, one of our social workers, Trong, and also one of our alumni, took us around the streets to Long Bien markets, which you can see here in the picture, as well to some slums to see actually where a lot of the street kids grow up and have grown up, and the kids that the Blue Dragon Foundation help. So that was quite a humbling experience. And I think until I saw that, I probably didn't realize the effect that the Langports Foundation has on helping these kids. I saw it because we have 7 amazing alumni, but until I actually was there, I don't think I realized the impact, I guess. So Chong, we call him Chop Chop. He's here today. He took us around on a street walk. He took my husband Luke out on the back of a motorcycle to do outreach to vulnerable youth. And that was really, really interesting to see that the work that the Blue Dragon Foundation do to help disadvantaged kids. So we were introduced to Blue Dragon Children's Foundation a long time ago, and we wanted to see what else we could do to help. So the Langports key project, Langports Foundation's key project, is the Study Abroad Year at Langports, the SAYL program. And what that involves is actually a scholarship, a 1-year study abroad experience for disadvantaged students from Vietnam. So we work with Blue Dragon Children's Foundation, and they help us to select and find the kids for the scholarship. We cover their fees, their flights, their accommodation, pocket money, everything that they need for 1 year at Langports. And then the idea is by participating in that scholarship, they can go back to Vietnam with a different outlook. They have English language skills, they have more confidence, and they're able to then thrive back in Vietnam, finding a professional job or studying at university, and sort of helping them to break out of the cycle that they found themselves in as young adults. So really, it's, for us, it's about giving, giving that experience that a lot of our students have. They pay for that experience. They're able to pay for that experience. They make lifelong friends, etc. But we want to help disadvantaged kids through this experience that our students have, but also by giving it to people who can't afford it as well. So we do a really thorough vetting process, but we also make sure that when Blue Dragon support the kids when they go back to Vietnam to find jobs or find opportunities, and we'll hear a little bit about that and where our alumni are. But we've had seven amazing alumni. So Trong, who's here with us today, Trong number one and Trong number two, Thai and PK are all here with us. But we've had great alumni. These photos were from a dinner when we went to Vietnam earlier this year. So, it was really nice to catch up with everybody. So we're going to come back and maybe have a chat, or maybe we can start to have a bit of a chat now. Let's start with Trong number one, if we can. Trong number one came to Langports in 2016-17 and studied at Langports in Sydney. Chop chop. Hello. Do you want to turn on your microphone?
Hello.
Hi. So how are you? And please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone. I'm Chuck. So today I'm very happy to stay here with you guys. Like Anna said, I was alumni of Langports Foundation. Before I have been to Sydney in 2016 and until 2007, or maybe until after that 1 year. So right now I am a social worker at Blue Dragon, and my job is support for another children in support for the street kid, or maybe support for the human the people is take by from human trafficking. So I was a street kid at Blue Dragon as well. A long time ago, I have to run away from my hometown. My hometown is Haiphong City. So, but luckily for me, I met Blue Dragon after a few months on the streets. So I continue my high school and support and get support for finish my high school. So, but at that time I didn't know what should I do, and I enjoy a lot of activity in Blue Dragon. One of that is dancing, so I love it very much. And I met those people here. I met Thai, met PK, and I met VA, Quick. Uh, Everyone here is they very talented, and we give each other a lot of energy to how to dance, how to get up crazy in a group. But actually, we teach each other about how to become confident, how to become a great up group, and from that I got a scholarship. So I been to Australia and learn English for 1 year. Actually, it is
And
about,
Trong, when you
yeah.
came to Australia, tell us about how much English you had. You had nothing, right?
No one
No
will,
English.
yeah, no one believe when I said at that time is in my English is zero. Uh, I'm very nervous. I was very nervous when I take the flight from Vietnam to Malaysia. So because it's zero English, so I have to be by myself. No one come with me. So it is the first time and the most adventures for me. Yeah. So yeah, my English at that time is zero. No one, no one can. I couldn't talk with anyone in the first time few months in Sydney.
Yeah, so it was a bit of a difficult start for you,
Yeah,
because that's always a challenge, and even with our students who are coming from all over the world, many find themselves in that same challenge. But you overcame that challenge, and it made you stronger, right?
yeah. Until now, it helped me a lot because whenever I met a challenge and I ask myself about the biggest challenge, I also passed it already. So what else?
Yeah,
What can you choose me? So yeah,
yeah. Oh, look, absolutely. It's a challenge, and life will always throw you a challenge.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And in Sydney, actually, I didn't just learn about English. I learned a lot, like culture, like how to become independent. Uh, yeah, and I have to do a lot of things by myself. But the most thing I got after the scholarship is the relationship with a lot of people around the world, and I have a lot of friends. They also came to Vietnam visit me already, so that is the most thing make me feel very happy when I
Mm.
was in Australia.
And so when you came back to Vietnam, you got a job back at Blue Dragon to help street kids, but you've also been studying, right? Tell us about your studies and what you've been doing there.
Yeah, and in after the scholarship, I back to Vietnam, but not really at that time. I'm still like ask myself what should I do and what I want to become. Maybe I want to become. I didn't get the answer at that time because I want a lot of things, and I try a lot of job like become a bartender, become a volunteer in Cambodia, and for 3 months, and after that I came back to Vietnam. So after that trip, I feel very happy when I support for another people, and I feel very happy when I see the children smile. So I share that my feeling with the social worker, my old social worker Blue Dragon, and yeah, and she said to me like, okay, I can try to become a social worker Blue Dragon. Yeah, and I took that chance to until now. Uh, but actually, I need more than that because if I just came to Blue Dragon to become a social worker, so that is nothing for me. So I'm still looking for what should I do and what should I improve my skill. So I decide after work in Blue Dragon 1 year, I decide to go to university to learn become a to become a professional social worker in university. And this year I'm graduate middle of this year I will graduate my university. Yeah,
Well, congratulations. What a great achievement to graduate your social work at university.
thank you.
So no, that's really great. Thank
Yeah,
you.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah, and that is the my way, my long way, but without the support for the children from Blue Dragon, from Langport, I know who I would be right now because I cannot imagine about what happened if I didn't met those people, those organization. Maybe I'm still on the streets. Maybe I'm still selling veggies on the market or selling shoe boys. Yeah,
Yeah, look, I think, it's great you got the opportunity to meet Blue Dragon. And, it's very much thanks to our partners and our sponsors, and all of the people who support the foundation that we're able to start this program and
yeah,
to start helping kids like you, to have the opportunity to come to Australia, and to change your life. But no, thank you, Trong. So we're going to move now to Thai. Thai was our second, second. So Trong number one, my dad called him Frankenstein. He was the human experiment. So everything that Trong experienced, we learned from it, and Thai got a different experience. It's, very much similar, but a little bit different. Thai came to Langports in Brisbane. And for the first 6 months, what we tried to do is we want our students to live in a homestay family, to experience the Australian life and to have that support around them. And then the second 6 months, our students live in student accommodation. So Ty was our first student who's living in Student One in Brisbane. So, and they're big sponsors and big help of the Langports Foundation. So thank you to Student One for that. But Ty, tell us a little bit. You came with a little bit of English already. You had studied some English before in Vietnam, so that wasn't so much of a challenge for you. Tell us about your experience, and actually let's maybe start with a little bit of your background. And I think there's some videos on our foundation website about Ty and his background, but please share with the group here.
Cool, thanks, Anna. Hi, everyone. My name is Thai. I'm 26 years old. I'm the currently now. I came to Australia in 2018 and finished in 2019, and come back. Uh, uh, well, for my background, currently now I'm the front-end developer in the global company in Vietnam that used to work with a lot of foreigner people. Mostly we don't work with and have to use English a lot. And for my background, I grew up with my mother and uh, two siblings in the uh, makeshift floating house. It's at the edge of the Red River in Vietnam. It's kind of like the boat and the house that combine with each other and live on the river. And my family before it was pretty struggling for the even just a living. So I kind of like in my secondary school, I have to spend every evening, mostly, every evening at the local market to grabbing shrimp and which is fell from the vendor basket. So my family can sell it for the money. So at that time, I have to work from 9 p.m. until the sunrise, and I my job is kind of hiding from the vendors and fighting of other kids for the every scrap I could get in
I think I
my
saw
hand.
to I think I saw Ty today on the Blue Dragon Instagram, that you are Ty the fish market fighter. Uh,
Yes,
and
yes,
now you're an award-winning developer.
yes. I was in that
But
one.
but for people who don't understand what the fish, what he's doing at the fish market, really, so the markets, I went to the Long Bien markets. Was this the market that you were at, Thai?
Yes, Long Bay
Yeah,
Market.
so the Long Bien markets are in a you are very bustling, very busy market where fresh fruit, vegetables, uh, fish, all of the seafood kind of things, and it's very busy, lots of people carting things everywhere. And from what I understand, Ty, you were essentially hiding, stealing things that would drop on the floor, and then you're taking to your family to sell. So this is kind of the real struggle that some of the families in Hanoi face. They don't have jobs. They're fighting to survive. And so this is the situation that Ty found himself as a young teenager. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And yes, with all that struggling at that time, that I never think that like I was taught that my life is gonna be continue and continue. I still didn't drop school from that one. My brother dropped the school at that time, and I felt so jealous with him because he could sleep after the work, but I can't because Well, because my mom doesn't want to anyone else to drop the school, so I don't want to let her down, and I try to keep that. But with a lot of like miss sleeping, the sleepy or the tired from the work, take me a lot of strength to go to just show up and open my eyes in the class. But luckily at that time that Blue Dragon found me, and they providing uh, the to pay the school, to pay the fees of the food and other stuff, like give me the better accommodation, give me the social worker for me to solve all the things out happen in my struggle or something like that. So after that, with joining the Blue Dragon, I did a lot of stuff, same as Chong. I joined a lot of activity, hip hop, dancing, the leadership workshop, and so on. Quite a lot of everything that give me a new experience is I always join soccer and a lot of stuff. And at that time that I kind of uh, when I in high school that I got the job even from the Blue Dragon that helped me to find a part-time job to help a little bit about my family. I was working in the bar. It's a yeah, it is a bar where is 90% of the customer is English. To answer Anna said before that my English where that come from is actually from work. In my school they didn't teach so much, but I learned everything is from that place. I work from the Thursday, but all the time is just a part-time job, so I still have full help for my education in the school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
when you got the opportunity to come to Australia, Ty, how did that make you feel? And tell us about your arriving in Australia and your experience there.
okay. So after the high school, I got an opportunity to apply to the um, Langport scholarship, and luckily that I got choose on that year. My family and everyone was so happy. I'm so happy because I know this one is one of the opportunity will turn my life at that moment because I can try to experience, I can see the world, how they opening and everything else. I'm the one of the first people in my family can go far like abroad, go to abroad to study abroad. Yeah, and at that time I know that already English is one of the important skill. If you want to have a good job in Vietnam, you must have the English to get better future, and then this is one of the opportunity. So like Anna said before, I quite have a background English already, so I not so much being like not confident or something, but well, for sure, it's still scary and others scary with nervous for sure because first time being abroad, studying abroad, and then I have to live far from my family is in 1 year. And well, I mean, a lot of nervous things around my head, but everything is fine when I come with a warmly welcome of friends, family, because they arrange really nice job. Everything that make me feel nothing is far from home at all. Uh, and staying with 6 months with the home in homestay, they are so friendly. So they are so make me feel like their family as well. So kind of nothing to complain, and 6 months stay in the student one is a 6 month is the best. I live in the 24th floor, which is have the lovely view of the city, the Brisbane. So it was awesome. It was awesome. I never can forget the view of that building. And so the accommodation is really nice. Yes, yes. I
Yeah,
think
no,
that
that's wonderful. So, I mean, you had a good experience. What did you learn and what did you take back with you to Vietnam as a learned experience, and tell us, a little bit about getting a job in your tech company.
Okay. So what I have learned when I was in Australia is a lot of other culture people. I met a lot of people, and in the in the Langport in 1 year in Australia, I I feel like I have more confidence. Even like I can have in when I was studying is have in Langport they have the Langport game every 2 year.
And actually, we
Every
have
two
our
times per
first
year.
one. Our first one since COVID is next week, Ty. We have the Langports games next Wednesday.
Ooh, okay. Do they have any like live stream or something? I would love to see that.
Live streaming. Yeah, maybe. I'll see.
Maybe.
I'll call you on FaceTime or something.
Lovely, lovely. Thanks. It's remind a lot. It was like 6 years ago. Also, I
Yeah.
never can forget. Yes, they have the Langport game, and first time that I join a lot of activities that they have soccer. I enjoy the touch rugby. And I enjoy dancing, cheerleading. But unfortunately, in Brisbane, against with Gold Coast, unfortunately, last year that I lose, our team lose. So I thought to myself that gonna like make if you can try the best. So uh, I was like preparing everything. I was preparing for the skill to revenge of the next time because I know it's gonna happen in October, right? I remember.
Yeah, twice a year.
And
Yeah.
I was opening a class of the dancing as like everyone know that me and Chop Chop, mostly everyone here that join the hip hop dance and we know the skills. So quite confident for that, and so it was so happy when I can teach other people what I'm good at.
Yeah.
So and then luckily that in the second Langports game that we won with all the prepare for sure. That is lovely. Like in 6 months, I prepared the plan to revenge. Anyway,
So really, I mean,
so
to me, that shows as well. I mean, whilst you were at Langports, you're already showing leadership skills by teaching, right? So, I think that's a really nice thing that you were able to contribute and not only to learn by your experience, but also to teach others. So I think that's really nice. So yeah, let's move on quickly now to what you're doing now, and then we'll have a chat with the other Trong.
yes, so with all the English that I have, I applied to the company that the technic tech tech company which called VMO Group in Vietnam. They are global companies. They have a lot of place in around the world. My company have over 1,200 employees, and I joined this in 3 years ago. Start with a fresher, and uh, now I'm the front end developer, the software front end developer, and I am working with my own project that I got interviewed with international clients from the Europe, Singapore, and Malaysia. And last year, that with all my try, I got the talented developer award from the uh, global department choice. It's a company global choice in 2023. So everything is awesome.
Amazing. Well done.
Talented
Congratulations, Ty.
developer. That is really big
Yeah.
prize in the
No, that
company.
that
So
that's wonderful. No, that's great. Thank you, Ty. Trong, number 2, are you there?
Hello,
Hi.
hello everyone. Uh, my name is
Good.
Chao. I am number two Chao.
Sorry, Trong, I call you number 2, but it's the easiest.
It's okay because I am the second.
And Summer then number one.
So sorry about maybe you will get a little bit difficult to understand me because I haven't been it's such a long time. I haven't been using my English to speaking, so now it get a little bit tricky, you know.
That's okay. That's okay,
Hopefully,
Trong.
I understand you. I'm. And can you ask me the question first?
Sure, no problem. So tell us about, Trong, your background in Vietnam, what you were doing before you met Blue Dragon and before you came on Langport Scholarship Program, because each of you have a very different story, but also share some struggles together. And tell us, yeah, let's start there. Tell us about your background and how you came to Langports.
So yeah, about my background. So I was born in where they have a I don't know how to say that in English. Like yeah, I saw on the movie in Europe they have like one state for the for very poor people. Like I don't know how to describe about that. So
That's
and I
okay.
was born in a family. Uh, my family had a lot of people using like drugs. You know, it very around my state. They always like in like a gang. I don't know how to say that
Gangs,
in English.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
so,
you grew up around a lot of drugs, grew up around gangs, and that was very difficult for you, I think, to kind of break out of, right?
actually, one of my brother who who have been helped by the Blue Dragon to like avoid drug. Uh, he have been a Brazil for few years because uh, few years to helping like a street of drugs.
Yeah,
So I knew the Blue Dragon from him and around my state, from my area to have one like football games for the children who like for
yeah,
the children every children. Yeah. So
yeah.
I met Michael at there and I know who Dragon from there. Then they helped me to come back to school.
How old were
Study
you, Trong, when you met Blue Dragon?
we think about like 10 or 11.
10 or
Now
11 years old. Yeah. So, yeah. And then when you came to Australia, how old were you then?
when I came to Australia, that time I was like 25 or
Yeah.
26.
Yeah, yeah. So it was a long journey between, meeting Blue Dragon and then when you got the opportunity to come to Australia. There was
Yeah,
a lot of things happening in the meantime.
yeah,
Tell
that's
us
true.
tell us about when you got the opportunity to come to Australia. How did that make you feel?
Uh, I was feeling very excited because so we go to studying abroad. It's over in almost children dream in Vietnam. So I feel was very lucky to get that opportunity. And actually, that time I applied that scholarship to like go study abroad to changing my life. I applied with like no hoping. I just want to go there, and I don't feel I can't go there, but I will try. You know? And it was lucky they choose me, yeah, to come to study abroad. Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. And so, tell us, a little bit, what did you learn in Australia, or what was the most valuable thing that you learned and you took back with you to Vietnam in Australia? because of course we heard that sort of Trong and Thai appreciated making a lot of friends from other countries. What else did you learn, and what do you think helped you when you went back to Vietnam?
I think the most thing I have learned in Austria, like yeah, uh, the open mind, and my personality is more. I don't know, is there like more open?
Yeah, so you learn to open up your mind and to be a more open person. Yeah.
And because when I was applied to Australia for like a study English to for my job, because before that I was doing like a restaurant in Vietnam. If you don't have English and you working in restaurant, you can get like a good pay. So that I want to learn to need to do my job. But when I come to Asia and after 1 year study, I get a little bit English because I start from zero also. And
Yeah.
uh, but after that, I feel like I can do like a small things.
Yeah. Oh, look.
Small things.
Yeah, I think it builds. I think for you it also built confidence that you can do it. You know, you came, a little bit like Trong, came with no English, and ended up with quite a good level of English. And you're able, just the fact that you can have a conversation with me today, and we haven't prepared the questions, and you can express yourself. I think is an amazing achievement. Congratulations. And it's been such a long time since you were in Australia and using your English. So no, that's great. So you're working in animation and 3D, 2D animation, and we were talking about it at dinner when I was in Hanoi. Tell the group here what you're doing, and how did you get that job after you got back to Vietnam?
Yeah, like what I just said, I feel I can do things. So that's why when I came back to Vietnam, I decided to study one kind of job, and the 3D animation is the job I choose to study more. I have been like for a year to study like a very basic. Um, uh, I don't know, is that like
No, that's all right. That's all right.
and I get got that kind of job like it better for like a study by myself. So that's why my English speaking it maybe it bad, but listening and reading it, I think I can understand about 90%. And I
Yeah.
have read and I have listened a lot of like a tutorial, like
Mhm.
tutorial and
Yeah.
like a book
Yeah.
for my job. Now I like
Yeah.
I
No,
can say
that's
I
great.
am a animator now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
like I do like a 3D animation channel on YouTube for the kids.
Yeah. And that's something that you couldn't have imagined doing before you came to Australia?
But
Did coming to Australia change what you thought you would do in your life? So,
yeah,
before when you were in Vietnam, did you dream about doing 3D animation, or was that something that came after?
now I don't. But when I before I came to Australia, I just think I can do only like a waiter in the restaurant, and it better for me to have English. So that's it. I just can think about that.
Mm,
And I can think like I can do like 3D or something else. So
mm,
after 1 year, Australia, I have learned and I have like met a lot of people from different country and different like kind of job, and I have like a good conversation, and I find some other way to to go.
Yeah.
And then that's why I came back and I decided to change a big change for me. Like I don't go by restaurant anymore, and I decided to chill and study and new things.
Yeah. No, well, that's really great, Trong. A very inspiring way to sort of, use your experience to change your dreams. So well done. Okay, can we move on to PK? Thank you, Trong.
Thank you, guys.
PK. So PK came to Langports in 2009, in the beginning of 2020.
Yeah.
And we all know what happened in 2020.
Yeah. COVID time.
After just a few months of studying normally, COVID came. So PK had quite a different experience to the others, because the others all had 1 year of schools and classes, etc. But PK, VA, and Boo all were in Australia at the same time, and they came together. One was in Brisbane, one was in Gold Coast, and one was in Sydney. And then COVID happened and disrupted their time. They decided to stay in Australia to try and live out the experience. And you ended up staying for 9 months or so. How long did you end up staying? Did you do the full year?
Yeah,
or did you went for a full year?
Yeah, I went full year.
But part of it was in lockdown, part of it was online as well. So it was quite a different experience. But PK, tell us about your background and your family and growing up.
Hello everyone. First, I want to say hello for everyone and thank you for coming today and listening us. And we're very happy to share our story. And hello, my name is Phương. Anna call me because is my nickname. My nickname is easy to call. Yeah, because when everyone call me Phương, they always call phone. It's a little bit difficult to call. And PK is easy to call. And a little bit about my background. I the same Trong and Chu Trong and Dai. We are from Blue Dragon and we met Blue Dragon for a long year. I have been at Blue Dragon, I think it's over 10 years, when I was a street kid. And that time I was selling the room and candy in the street kid and sell for the customer in the street. And that time I met Blue Dragon, and Blue Dragon support me to come back to school. And the same time, my family, they didn't want to need to someone support us. And my mom, when Blue Dragon wanted to support me to back to school, and my mom, she doesn't want it, and only thus I had to work on the street. But hopefully and very lucky, Blue Dragon, they talk with my mom and help me to back to school. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that dynamic, PK, because it happens quite a bit with street kids, from what I understand. The parents want them to work, right? They don't want to go to school because parents want them to work to earn money for the family. So that's what your mum wanted you to do, is to work selling candy so that your family could have money to live.
Because that time my mom she didn't go to school. And she don't have I think she don't have enough knowledge, and she couldn't find a job that time. And it's too difficult to find a job. And I think it's because in my that time I saw the many students on the street work like me. And my mom, she thought we can work like that to earn the money. To the
Look, in some instances, that's, it's the only way that families can get by, and it's not a good thing, not a bad thing, but it's just a fact of life and what happens, right? So that's what I learned anyway when I visited you guys. So I'm not judging, and I'm not saying that your mum did something wrong, but that's just the fact of life and survival in
because
the
sometimes
streets.
we need it to earn the money, and because every day we need to eat, we drink, somewhere to live, and I think that it a little bit about my background that time.
Yeah. So you met Blue Dragon, you went back to school. How old were you when you applied for the scholarship to come to study in Australia?
That time I 20.
Yeah. So
20.
So
a little bit old.
No. If 20 is old, then I'm ancient.
No, because when I back to school, everyone in my country, everyone when they are sick, they can go to school. But when I'm went to school, that time I 10.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So and because that happens quite often as well, with some of the Blue Dragon kids that I've met, they don't follow the normal pattern of going to school like we, that we would expect, like starting at 6 years old, because they have challenges in their lives they need to deal with. And so, school can be non-linear. It can go, school and no school and school and no school and things like that. So tell us about your experience in Australia and what you learned here.
Amazing experience. COVID time.
Yes.
I just say that. But I have never thought I will go abroad, because it's, I only think I only stay in Vietnam và find job to work to earn the money to make my life is okay. But when I heard about the scholarship, Langports scholarship, I really want to came to Australia, and luckily I got the scholarship. But when I came to Australia, I studied in Langports, and I stayed with homestay. Yeah, my homestay very good. They was very lovely, and I really enjoy with my homestay. But do not that is COVID time, and I want to study online.
Yeah.
But luckily I got the Langsport and Anna family support me a lot thing, and we always have the support, and we enjoy it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So tell us about now. You're back in Vietnam. You've been studying as well. So tell us about that, and tell us about what you're doing, where you're working, and what your goals are.
When I back to Australia, when I in Australia, I feel is the education is the very important. And when I back in Vietnam, I still studying. I'm studying about marketing. Yeah, marketing, and I got a job to support students in Vietnam to study abroad. In my company is I Global Vietnam. Yeah, we have some in Australia company. Yeah, and now I'm supporting the student to study abroad, and I feel is English very support me, and because I need to study. Now I need to work with the Australian people, Korean people, New Zealand people, and I need English, and I still study English now.
Okay, so you're still studying English.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you go to a school to study English, or do you have a tutor, or how do you work in Vietnam?
I'm go to school. Go to school to study English, and I study by myself because I think English is the important language we need. And it gives me more opportunity to get a job, and everything is good. Yeah.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Well, thank you. And you've done really well, PK, to study and go. When do you finish your university? How long do you have left to study?
I have left 1 year.
One more year.
Yeah, 1 more year.
Okay. So PK is just has been working part-time, but she told me she just got a full-time position starting soon. And so she's juggling full-time work and studies, and so that's a challenge, a new challenge. But I'm sure you'll do really well, PK. Well done. Congratulations. So, you know, I'm really proud of our 7 alumni. The ones that aren't here today are also doing amazing things, which if you follow us on our LinkedIn, I will be sharing stories and continue sharing stories about our amazing superstars as we go. So if I can tell you, we have currently one scholarship recipient in Australia at the moment. He is actually finishing up his time in the next 2 months. He finishes the beginning of July, and he will graduate with a Cambridge certificate. And we hope that he might take an IELTS test as well to see what level he gets in the IELTS test. But Lan has been done extremely well. He's probably one of the younger students we've had. He arrived when he was 18. And so he's been learning a lot. And when I asked him what's one of the most challenging things for him, one of them, the first one was, of course, making friends and, you know, being confident. But he now has no problem with that. I think he's, like many of our SAYL scholarship recipients, basically part of the Langports family, and everybody knows him and has a great time. But Lan said one of the challenges he's had is to manage his money, and he's never had his own money before. And he has a part-time job as well, working in Australia. We helped him to get a job. And so, you know, he's been sort of, managing that and learning a lot. And his dream is to become a graphic designer. So when he goes back to Vietnam in July, I really hope that he can sort of settle in and find a course at a university that he can study graphic design there. Now, when I was in Hanoi in Vietnam, I actually interviewed some of our applicants to choose the next scholarship recipients. So every year we open up the applications. Blue Dragon helped us to narrow down a short list, and then I flew over to Vietnam and interviewed. And it was very difficult to choose this year who would be our scholarship recipient, and so difficult to choose that this time I chose both of the boys that I interviewed because they were both very worthy of the scholarship. Each scholarship cost Langports Foundation approximately about 40,000 Australian dollars. So it's not a cheap thing for us to do, but it's well worth when you see the lives of the students that we have helped and change. And so you'll get the opportunity to follow the journeys of Hui and Lin over 2024 and 25 as they venture down to Australia. So first Hui will arrive in July. Hui is this boy next to me in the black shirt. And then 6 months later, Lynn will arrive, and they'll both have 1 year at Langports. We fundraise, so we don't only, Langports English School gives us money to do the foundation work, but not only that, we also fundraise. So my husband Luke and some of the foundation friends will be running 10 kilometres, the bridge to Brisbane, in September to raise money for the foundation. We also have amazing supporters. Some of our agent partners and other partners like Student One and Allianz OSHC support us as well, and some of our agent partners donate money. So I want to say a big thank you to our supporters, because with their support, we've been able to help so far eight kids, soon to be 10, with the 2 boys coming over the next year or so. So thank you very much for your time today. By just supporting Langports, you're helping by sending students, making our business successful so we can help other people. Please subscribe to our newsletter or news on our website. Follow us on the LinkedIn. I started this year a LinkedIn page and I hope to share more news. And so, thank you very much for your support, and I look forward to sharing with you more news and more stories of our successful students in the future. So thank you very much, everyone, and we'll finish the webinar now. Unless anyone has any questions, I'm happy to answer questions if you have any, but otherwise I'll give you a minute in case there's a question. I think there won't be any questions. I could be wrong, but look, if there are any questions, please, thank you for your time. It's been an hour, so I'm aware of your time. But if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm happy to have a discussion or share with you any more information that you need. Okay, so thank you so much, and have a lovely evening.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.